This is KVUE News Daybreak.
There was absolutely no doubt in my mind that he did it.
After nearly 3 years in prison, Greg Kelly, a local former high school football star's child sex assault conviction could be overturned. Why officials are now reopening the case and have a new suspect.
And the president's son-in-law is now the focus of a new FBI investigation. This morning, why officials are preparing to interview him.
Memorial Day weekend is upon us. What you need to know before you hit the road this holiday weekend. Good Friday morning to you, and thank you for joining us for KVUE News Daybreak. It's 5 a.m. I'm Brian May.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Yes, May 26th. Now, if you want to hang out by the pool today, it's going to be a perfect day. You can do that.
Absolutely. Get your Speedos ready, right, Erica Lopez?
I was waiting for that.
Are you ready, Brian? I wouldn't be wearing the Speedos.
No one's ready for that, believe me.
All right, but today would be the perfect day to enjoy that pool, especially even tomorrow also. We're talking very warm temperatures. On top of that, lots of humidity. You're really going to want to cool off. Right now, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Something we're going to talk about a lot today will be heat index values. It already feels like it's 80 degrees because of the humidity levels out there, but that's nothing compared to what we're going to see this afternoon. Our forecasted highs with some partly sunny skies this afternoon will be in the 90s. Check out your forecasted high temperatures across the viewing area. Mid to upper 90s, close to 100 degrees for the hill country. Today is going to be a toasty one. Now, factor in the humidity that's in the 70s with those temperatures. This is what it's going to feel like outside, well into the triple digits for pretty much the entire viewing area. Today you want to stay cool, stay hydrated, limit your time outside because it's going to be a toasty one. Not only today, also tomorrow. We're keeping an eye on rain chances. I'll chat about that later this morning. As for now, let's take a look at traffic. As your morning commute kicks off this Friday, things are in the clear. We're taking a live look on 183 at Clock Tower Drive. Not many vehicles in sight. So if you're hitting the roads this morning, things are looking pretty good. Lots of green popping up on our traffic. No accidents to report on in Austin Metro. As far as your drive times, if you're commuting this morning from 183 southbound, 45 to Mopac, you're looking good. Only 6 minutes, 78 miles an hour is your average speed. Just under that, but 10-minute commute from 183 southbound from 45 to I-35. About a 10-minute commute. Buda to downtown, only 14 minutes right now. Definitely a great commute right now. Also from Round Rock to downtown, only 17 minutes. Guys, back to you.
Double duty, Lopez.
Double duty. She's doing it all today. Erica, thank you. After spending nearly 3 years in prison, a former Leander High School football star's child sex assault conviction could be overturned.
22-year-old Greg Kelly is serving a 25-year prison sentence near Huntsville. A Williamson County jury convicted him back in 2014 after a 4-year-old boy accused Kelly of molesting him. But a new revelation begins to possibly pave the way for Kelly to possibly be released from prison.
The new suspect is this man, and named in new court documents which were unsealed yesterday. He was Greg Kelly's friend and a football teammate. His name's Jonathan McCarty. Court documents prepared by Kelly's defense say McCarty told someone at a party after Kelly's conviction that he, in fact, was the one who molested the child, not Greg Kelly.
Well, KVUE sat down with Greg Kelly's mother and close friends shortly after they heard this shocking news. KVUE's Christy Millward is in the newsroom, and Christy, they say they're not mad?
Yvonne, Kelly's mom and close family friends say they're relieved that this day they've waited for so long has finally come. They say they've never questioned his innocence, and now they feel they're one step closer to justice. They tell KVUE Greg Kelly is a man of faith and refuse to point fingers at anyone else since he says he did not witness the assault. But a close family friend tells KVUE they were suspicious of Kelly's friend from the start. With these new documents, they feel like they're one step closer to bringing Kelly home.
It was a sigh of relief, but it was like finally. I just want everyone, all we want is the truth. All we've ever wanted is the truth and justice, and we want everything transparent, and we have nothing to hide. Our story's always going to be the same. Greg's story's always going to be the same, and it was just a feeling of just relief.
Kelly's mom, Rosa, says the past 3 years without him have been difficult. She says, quote, "I just want to hug my boy and feel his heart beating into my heart." She also says she was inspired by all those who have been fighting for her son. Now, coming up in less than 30 minutes, hear from Kelly's longtime girlfriend who has stuck by his side through all of this. Live in the newsroom, Christy Millward, KVUE News.
All right, Christy, what a story. And a newly unsealed court document says that cell phone technology shows Greg Kelly was not living in the house with Jonathan McCarty, whose mother operated an in-home daycare center at the time of the crime. It also says that McCarty had images of naked young children on his computer and phone. Again, you're looking at a picture of McCarty here. He's in jail this morning on unrelated drug charges. He has not been arrested or charged in the sexual assault case. A Williamson County judge has set a hearing for Kelly the first week of August. The judge will decide then whether Kelly could be released from prison on bond.
Amazing story. This morning, Jared Kushner, President Donald Trump's son-in-law and senior White House advisors, among a number of White House staffers who are likely to be interviewed by the FBI because of their interactions with former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, or because they had contact with Russian officials during the 2016 presidential campaign. ABC's Lana Zach explains how Kushner's lawyers are responding to the investigation.
As President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor, Jared Kushner has been by the president's side. And now sources tell ABC News Kushner is among a number of White House staffers and former Trump campaign officials who are likely to be interviewed by the FBI in connection with the Russia investigation, though he's not a target and has not been accused of committing a crime. Kushner's lawyer said the first son-in-law would cooperate, writing in a statement, Mr. Kushner previously volunteered to share with Congress what he knows about these meetings. He will do the same if he's contacted in connection with any other inquiry. Of particular interest to investigators is a transition meeting with Russian Ambassador Kislyak and a separate meeting with a Russian financial executive. Meanwhile, the first international tour for President Trump continues in Europe today, after a couple of less than diplomatic moments made international headlines.
23 of the 28 member nations are still not paying what they should be paying and what they are supposed to be paying for their defense. This is not fair to the people and taxpayers of the United States.
The president lecturing NATO members while they looked on stone-faced and appearing to push aside the Prime Minister of Montenegro to get in front for a photo op.
And while the president publicly scolded those European leaders for their payments, what he didn't say may be even more concerning to the members of NATO, not reinforcing the mutual defense pledge. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
A new overnight, police in England arrested a man early this morning in connection to Monday's terror attack at an Ariana Grande concert that left 22 people dead. Police say that a total of 10 people have been arrested in connection with the investigation, but 2 of those people have been released without being charged. This morning, we are also seeing new images of the man who carried out the suicide bombing, Salman al-Bedi. Investigators say inside his home they found a storehouse of bomb-making chemicals.
Austin police need your help this morning finding a driver involved in a hit and run in the downtown area. Officers say it happened on May 16th on East 6th Street. They say a driver hit a pedestrian and took off. The victim doing okay this morning. The driver was behind the wheel of a white or silver sedan, which possibly had an out-of-state license plate number PN1B0D. If you have any information, call police.
Well, today, Mayor Steve Adler is expected to speak at a forum addressing pressing issues in the African-American community. The State of Black Austin Forum allows Austinites to openly discuss topics surrounding criminal justice reform, economic empowerment, gentrification, and much more. It'll take place at the Greater Mount Zion Baptist Church at 6:30 p.m. The address right here on your screen.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, is predicting an above-average hurricane season this year. They released the annual Atlantic Hurricane Season Outlook this week. According to their predictions, there's a 70% chance of 11 to 17 named storms, 5 to 9 hurricanes, and 2 to 4 major hurricanes. An average season produces about a dozen named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Hurricane season begins June 1st, runs through November the 30th. Back here at home today, we're talking about hot and humid weather. Right, Erica Lopez?
That's right. And it's not only going to last today. We're talking about 72 hours of really, really sticky conditions and dangerous heat index values. Here's a look at the temperatures you're experiencing as you head out the door this morning. Mid to upper 70s already. Quite the warm up from yesterday. We're talking anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees warmer it is kind of uncomfortable out there. I'm going to warn you before you leave to work this morning. Dew points in the 70s out there. That's going to be the case all day long. Partly sunny skies, meaning more clouds than sun. Later this afternoon, highs will top out in the mid to lower 90s, upper 90s for the hill country. So this is how it's going to play out. When you factor in humidity in the 70s with highs in the 90s, this is what we're talking about in terms of your heat index forecast. Today it's going to feel like we're in the triple digits. That's on the dangerous side. Oppressive like conditions out there, not only today, also for Saturday. Dangerous heat index values. Want to warn you, make sure you're staying hydrated, constantly have water with you, protect yourself from the sun. It's going to be quite a warm one. Guys, back to you.
Erica, thank you. Police across several central Texas cities, including Austin and San Marcos, are continuing their efforts to keep drunk drivers off the roads. Starting today, officers will be on the lookout for drunk drivers, part of the department's No Refusal initiative. During No Refusal, officers can get a warrant to draw a blood sample from any suspected drunk driver who refuses a breath test. No Refusal runs today through June 12th. From 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And of course, here at KVUE, our initiative continues. Drive Alive Austin. Head to KVUE.com to help you find resources for a safe ride home.
Well, they were popular in the city of Austin before, but now they're making a comeback.
They're back. We're talking about Uber and Lyft. So why are the companies returning now?
And remember the girl who was jerked into the water by a seal? Or was that a sea lion?
Sea lion,
Sea lion, yeah. Well, her parents want you to know that it's no laughing matter, the disease she caught from that incident. Ooh.